So, it is my last day here, and I spent most of the time packing. I woke up around 8, it's now 9:13, so I spent about an hour and a quarter just packing and stuff like that. I've got most of my stuff packed through there, in my bag and all this sort of stuff, finishing up packing and things like that. So what were my thoughts on my time here? Well, I loved it. It was a really good experience, different to what I'm thinking of. Taiwan is weird in the sense of it has a mixture of different sort of things. So you get like the Southeast Asian sort of culture, especially with a lot of scooters and stuff like that, riding past you while you're crossing and stuff like that. Everyone's really nice. You also get some of the Western influence through here with things like, a lot of modern buildings and stuff like that. And then you get a few of the other sort of things like some Japanese influence and sort of the East Asian sort of influence through there as well. Even my friend, she even said, other people that she's talked to have said stuff like this as well. So it's not so out of the question about, that sort of stuff through there. But yeah, really, really interesting sort of way of how they do stuff through here, and a mixture of different sort of things. But yeah, I really loved my time here. It's a really fascinating country. Not a really big tourist spot through here, but I would say, guys, if you haven't been to Taiwan, come. I only spent my time in Taipei, so who knows what other parts of the country are like through there. But I would say definitely yes, 100% come here, check it out. Just a really big thank you to my friend. I haven't shown her on camera here because she doesn't really like to be up on camera, but just wanted to say 100% thank you so much for everything that you did for me while I was in Taipei, showing me around certain places, taking me out for dinner and stuff like that. So again, thank you very much, because I know how hard it is to get time off here. So I have my flight at 2:40, so I need to be at the airport about 2 to 3 hours early, because it is an international flight, and I'll be flying into Narita Airport and getting to my place late. So I'll be happening in the dark through there, but I will give an update when I get there, or if anything happens beforehand. So I've just gone through all the check stuff. I'm just walking to my gate, which is D2, and I'll be flying all the way to Narita Airport. I'll be spending the rest of the month there, and I will be going to a language school to try and do some more, or get my Japanese up to a better standard than what it is right now. But yeah, I'm just trying to find my gate, D2, and we'll see what happens when I get there.
So there's absolutely nobody here, but there is a nice store and a Victoria's Secret store. Right down here where there is absolutely nobody around my gate. Is that somewhere to eat? That would be good. But look. No, it doesn't look like a place where you can sort of eat. Mind Garden Airport Library. Oh, I have a library. That's cool. And we have iTravel and Huma through here around this sort of gate area. Yeah, but yeah, essentially, yeah. Have a look into this store here and see if there's anything I want. It seems like they have dumplings for chairs here. Very interesting. Seems like this is my gate area. This is D2. Down there. Sorry, I'm connected up to a charger, so I can't move that much. Yeah, this seems to be where I will be going down to get on my plane, which will be around at 2:40. It's 12:45 now. We depart at 2:40, so I'm going to be spending a lot of time here.
And here I am in Tokyo, in my apartment through here. It took me a little bit to actually get here. Some interesting stories. So I checked in, did all my baggage stuff and things like that, and I get a call over the announcement to come to the gate. So I was like, okay, well, what's this for, or something like that. And they were like, oh, you've got batteries in your bag and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't think I do. No, I just got cables. Anyway, they did find batteries. They were my little GoPro batteries, which is interesting because I've had those in my suitcase from Perth to Singapore, Singapore to Taipei. Yeah, so it's been all of that time. It hasn't been a problem, and then this one was a problem. Now, totally my fault, 100% my fault through there, but they handled it in a not so good way. First, they told me you got batteries in there. Your bags aren't coming to Tokyo, and I was like, no, I need my bags. I'm going to be staying there for a month. Then it changed to, okay, well, we've found batteries in there, but we're going to have to throw away the bag. And I was like, no, you can't do that. And they were like, fine, okay, we'll hold it for 7 days. in Taipei. When you come back, you can collect them. And I'm like, that's not going to work because I am going to be staying in Japan for about a month and I'm not coming back to Taiwan. So I don't know where that just doesn't work. In the end, I said, look, just throw the batteries away, put the bag in my suitcase, and I'll be fine. And they're like, sure, okay, let's do that. So I'm just about to check in, I'm about to walk on, and they said, wait, we'll grab your batteries and we'll give them to you on the plane. And I was like, fine, okay. So walk on the plane, sit down, guy gives me the batteries through there. That was a trial and a half to get that to work. But everything came through, bags all fine, stuff like that. Shit happens. Yeah. From there, I had a very good experience through there. So I've been given all the check-in people and the air hostess staff people that have been looking at me. I've been giving them a block of Margaret River chocolate, which if you don't know, that's chocolate from south of WA. And it's really good chocolate through there. So I've been giving them out through there. So I gave this to an air hostess, just called up, said, here, please take this. She came back a couple minutes later with this. Ugh. Ta-da. Like a bottle of wine through here, which is really cool. But she said, oh, I forgot I'm not allowed to take this into the country and so on and so forth. I'm like, well, I'm able to take it in. And she's an air hostess, so she probably would know the rules. Maybe she was just trying not to make it seem bad that I was taking it or something like that. But I think that she just gave me a bottle of wine. So I'm going to have to crack this open at some point. But that's really cool. That's probably, like, I've had people say thank you and stuff like that and been really surprised. I never expected to get anything back. So this is like, that's a plus through there. Getting on the trains and things like that from Narita Airport to where I'm staying. Whenever I've come to this country, the first day is always a horrible day when I take public transport through there. So I stupidly forgot the directions that I saved on my phone, and didn't take the train to Ueno. Can't remember where I stopped off from, but I stopped off at on the airline train. The stop before, that's where I took my ticket from. Luckily, you get 2 tickets through there, and the second ticket allowed me to get to Ueno. So I took the train there, got out, and immediately bought myself one of these cards from the station. Suica card. You need a Suica card when you come to Tokyo. You 100% need one of those, because otherwise you're going to have to buy separate tickets for separate lines, because they're run by different private companies, these ones, and I'll go into a little bit more detail about that. But yeah, bought one of those, immediately got onto the Ginza line and made my way here, where I was then able to connect to the internet with the little device, and I don't have that here with me. It's on the table over there. But yeah, I immediately connected up, found out, called people and things like that, let them know I'm safe. But yeah, that was my full sort of bad and good sides of making my way to this apartment. But it is 10:46. I'm going to have the breakfast of champions, which is just stuff from the Family Mart just down the road. Hopefully that will be good. And yeah, tomorrow I don't start my course. That starts the day after, but tomorrow I'm going to try and make my way there, see how long it's going to take, see what train lines I need to take, stuff like that. And yeah, and then, I don't know, spend the rest of the day, maybe give you a tour of the place or something like that. But yeah, that's essentially what's happening right now. And I will see you guys later.